Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. During the break, Jack, what is upsetting you so much?
What's upsetting me is I keep holding up those two fingers. This is not a rude gesture. This means we are the most crooked state. This means we are the most broke state. Now, how the hell can you be in Illinois and not be upset?
Couldn't agree more.
Shocking.
Only Jack.
Now, let's say, why is it so upset? It's because, how is this happening in Illinois? It is caused by the stinking IEA. I'm calling it the Illinois Education, I call it Illinois Miseducation Association, that is teaching our children in the K-12 system and doing a stinking lousy job, and is principally responsible for me holding up those two fingers.
So you're saying it's the
And how did they
fault?
do it? They busted it. Listen, I am agitated like hell because I've been out of the scheme of these rascals. I've been a skunk at a picnic at school districts for 40 years. And I am fed up with what they have done. They have broken the state of Illinois budget with the whole pension thing. We're $160 billion in the hole. 60 billion, you might say 200 billion, but the figures all stink, and they all mean that we can never pay the expected pensions in the state of Illinois. How was that done? They took $132 million from the teachers in dues in the year 2010. Similarly, every year. Every election cycle goes 2 years, and that money goes into the hands of the IEA to be spent politically. The IEA is a division of the NEA, which is a National Extortion Association, not education, as called by
Forbes magazine
in 1993. So that is the thing. But that is only half of the tragedy that damned union has wreaked on the state of Illinois. That's only half of it. Because the money that they took, 80% of it should be returned to the teachers. We're not picking on the teachers. We're picking on the stinking IEA that runs the whole K-12 system in the state of Illinois and has been doing it long enough. Your school board doesn't run it in your favor, parents out there, taxpayers out there. That's not the way it's working, because the people on your school board are mostly elected by the stinking IEA and all of the money they get. So they've not only corrupted the pensions, they have corrupted the whole damn system, and you've got this most crooked state because the money is poured out of them that should have been returned to the teachers. Under the Beck decision, 80% of the dues of the teachers of that $1,000 a year that have been plucked out of their hands by the stinking IEA, NEA, 80% of that should have gone back to them. That's enough money to corrupt the whole state. Let me just close it off quickly. Let's go in business, you and I, and we'll open a schoolroom, because it's costing $16,000 per year per kid. We could put 25 kids in a classroom. That totals up to something over $400,000 a year per classroom. Yeah. That we're paying for in our taxes. What a wonderful business to go into. The teachers make, they say, $60,000. I can give you a beautiful room with heat and everything else for maybe $15,000. And you got to get some books and supervision. You don't need much supervision, because in every classroom you've got a highly certified college-trained teacher that doesn't need a lot of overhead to have her teach what gets taught in the K-12 system. So we get somewhere around $100,000 of expenditures, and we're paying $400,000 in taxes. Let's throw them all out. Let's you and I go into business.
Well, and Mr. Tucker, your business, how can people reach you? Thank you for joining us.
Smallbusinessinsuranceservices.com.
Smallbusinessinsuranceservices.com.
And truthaboutobamacare.com.
And that's going to wrap up this great edition of Champion News Talk Radio. We're brought to you by championnews.net. Be sure to catch us here next week.